Hey everyone, and welcome to another video. Today we are diving deep into the world of mobile device forensics and privacy awareness by exploring a fantastic tool available on Kali Linux called OSINTDroid. Before we get into the technical details, the installation, and the actual demonstration, it is absolutely crucial to talk about the ethical use of this software. OSINTDroid is designed specifically for educational purposes, privacy awareness, and legitimate mobile forensics demonstrations. When we use tools that can extract sensitive information like emails, contacts, call logs, and SMS messages, we must operate strictly within legal and ethical boundaries. You should only ever run this tool on devices that you personally own or on devices where you have explicit documented permission from the owner to perform security testing and forensic analysis. Using this tool on a device without authorization is illegal and unethical. As security professionals, researchers, or enthusiasts, our goal is to understand vulnerabilities and data footprints to better protect systems, not to invade privacy. So, what exactly is OSINTDroid? It is a highly efficient Bash-based Android forensics tool developed by Fresh Forensics. It leverages the Android Debug Bridge, commonly known as ADB, to quickly extract and analyze various types of data from an Android device. Because it is written in Bash, it is incredibly lightweight and runs flawlessly on Linux environments like Kali Linux, which is what we will be using today. The beauty of OSINTDroid lies in its simplicity. Instead of requiring complex, manual ADB commands to pull individual pieces of data, it provides a very clean, simple, menu-driven interface that automates the extraction process. All of the actions performed by this tool are read-only, meaning it will not modify or alter the data on the target device, making it perfectly safe for testing and ensuring the integrity of the data if you are conducting a forensic demonstration. To get started, you will need a few things set up. You need a Linux or Bash environment. You need to have ADB installed and accessible in your system's path variable. You also need an Android device. Most importantly, that Android device must have USB debugging enabled in the developer options, and you must grant permission on the device screen to allow your computer to access it via ADB. If we take a look at the official GitHub repository for OSINTDroid, specifically under the Douglas Freshhavian account, we can see exactly what this tool is capable of. The developer has outlined a great feature set on the page. The menu options allow you to retrieve the device boot count, which tells you the number of reboots. You can list all registered emails used on the device, which is a massive piece of open source intelligence. It can list account applications to show you what apps are associated with specific user accounts. You can retrieve all phone contacts along with their numbers, dump the entire call history, and export stored SMS messages right to your terminal. Additionally, it offers powerful application analysis features. You can list all APKs installed on the device, or filter that down to list only third-party apps, which hides all of our system bloatware and focuses strictly on what the user installed. Finally, there is a fascinating feature to dump secret codes, which enumerates Android secret codes directly from the system packages. The GitHub documentation also notes that these secret codes are system-specific, so your mileage may vary depending on the device model and Android version you are testing. Now, let us move on to the installation process. Setting up OSINTDroid on Kali Linux is incredibly straightforward. First, you'll want to open up your terminal. We are going to use git to clone the repository directly to our machine. Type the command git clone followed by the URL from the GitHub repository, which is https://github.com/douglasfreshhabian/osintdroid.git. Press enter and the terminal will quickly download the files into a new directory. Once the download is complete, we need to navigate into that new folder. Type cd OSINTDroid and press enter. Now that we're inside the directory, we need to ensure the main script has the correct permissions to run. By default, it might just be a standard text file. To make the script executable, type the command chmod +x osintdroid.sh and press enter. That's it for the installation. It's that quick. Before we run it, take your Android device and connect it to your Kali Linux machine via a USB cable. Make sure your phone is unlocked. You should see a prompt on your phone screen asking to allow USB debugging from this computer. Make sure to check the box that says "Always allow from this computer" and tap OK. If you miss this step, the tool will not be able to communicate with the device. With our device successfully connected and authorized, it's time to run the tool and see it in action. For today's demonstration, I have my personal OnePlus 6T connected to the system. To launch the tool, simply type /OSINTDroid.sh in your terminal and press enter. Instantly, you are greeted with a really nice green ASCII art banner for OSINTDroid, followed immediately by the interactive menu displaying all the numbered options we discussed earlier. Let's start by checking the uptime history. I'll type the number corresponding to number of reboots and press enter. The script sends the appropriate ADD shell command to the OnePlus 6T and quickly returns a number. This number represents the total boot count of the device since its last factory reset. In a forensic scenario, knowing how many times a device has been restarted can be a crucial timeline indicator. Next, let's look at the applications tied to user accounts. I'll select the option for list account applications. Pressing enter, the terminal populates with a list. This is fascinating because it doesn't just show apps. It shows the specific applications that are actively linked to synchronized accounts on the OnePlus 6T, like Google accounts, WhatsApp, or other localized sync services. This immediately tells an investigator which platforms the user is actively engaged with and authenticated into. Moving down the menu, I want to see a complete picture of what's installed on this device. I'll choose the option to list all APKs. Pressing enter, the terminal is populated with a list. This is briefly longer because it's pulling a comprehensive list of every single package name currently residing on the device. The output scrolls through the terminal showing hundreds of entries. You'll see a lot of com.android or com.oneplus packages. These are the core system files necessary for the phone to function. While thorough, this list can be a bit overwhelming if you're only looking for user activity. To filter out that noise, we'll use the next logical option, which is list third-party apps. I'll enter that now. This is much cleaner. The output now strips away all the system-level packages and presents only the applications that I, the user, have intentionally installed from the Play Store or side-loaded onto the OnePlus 6T. We can see games, social media apps, and productivity tools. From a privacy and open source intelligence perspective, this third-party app list paints a very clear picture of the user's habits, hobbies, and preferred communication channels without getting bogged down by Android framework packages. Finally, let's try something a bit more obscure. I'm going to select the option to dump secret codes. Android secret codes are those strings of numbers and symbols, usually starting with an asterisk and hash, that you type into the phone's dialer to access hidden diagnostic menus or hardware tests. By selecting this option, OSINTDroid scans through the system packagers on my OnePlus 6T to enumerate these hidden dialer codes. The screen fills with various strings. It's important to remember what the developer noted. These are highly specific to the manufacturer. Some of these codes might trigger a diagnostic menu on this OnePlus 6T, but would do nothing on a Samsung or Pixel. Extracting these can be incredibly useful for advanced reverse engineering or finding hidden backdoors in manufacturer-specific software. This tool is a brilliant example of how complex data extraction can be simplified through good scripting. It highlights exactly how much data is readily available on our mobile devices if someone has physical access and debugging privileges. Always remember to keep your devices secure, disable USB debugging when you're not actively using it, and only use these powerful forensic tools ethically and responsibly. Thank you so much for joining me in this walkthrough, and I'll see you in the next one.